What's up, everyone? So we're back with Reverse 1999. We're gonna talk about effects we're doing first. And take care. Alright, so we're gonna do... Hey, Millie! How's everything? So I'm not sure how much more, because 16, so is 19 the last stage in this one? We'll see. I know we from 1 through 10, it took almost 3 hours. So let's see how far we can get today. Part 11, The Lay Hunters. On sleeping night, she counts the stars alone. So I'm not sure if the kids are helping her now at this time. A lonely researcher aimlessly paced through Ravashki's square. The town's cold wind clearly could not smooth the wrinkles of her brow.
Could I really have traded the future of these people away from my ley line studies? Zeno. I was a mule chasing after a carrot on a stick. They lured me here all so I could help ruin everything.
Her voice burst up from her chest.
You seem to be in a good mood.
Huh?
We taught Zeno a lesson. They were forced to leave with their devil's bargains and tails stuck behind them. We fought back, finally.
A nice little trick that was.
Thank you, Comrade Winsong.
She smiles at Winsong, giving her a wink.
We all know who the mysterious hero was that gave us a helping hand.
I didn't do anything.
It's no shame to have helped your friends, not to mention to stand up to Zeno. Have more confidence in yourself, Comrade Winsong.
But will you really gain anything from this fight?
Not sure. But we'll have to do something, right? That's why I'm here.
To talk to me? I don't know why, but Miss Vila, you must have thought too much of me. In fact, I'm only a simple researcher. I'm not powerful enough to change Zeno's decision.
You are the one thinking too much, Comrade Winsong. Your ley line lessons were much more popular than you think. They have had a positive effect on the children. Now they are looking at the bigger picture and observing the world in a more detailed way. You've unleashed their curiosity. Is the aurora the bubble spit out by the stars? They form such a beautiful map. Do they study ley lines too?
Vila feigns distress, shaking her head with a pretended childhood look of confusion.
But it remains the case that the study of ley lines has never been verified. For all its ambitions, only a limited number of people studied it in the past decades, and that number is decreasing even now.
Hmm?
Vila nods thoughtfully.
What you're looking at is not some skin problem, but my past. My past as a Rusalka.
Rusalka? You mean the mermaid from folklore?
She is the mermaid.
My people used to live in a far secluded place in the north, away from the humans. For hundreds of years, there was only hostility, plunder, and slaughter between us and them. We only started to learn more about each other in the last few decades. And then, I was born. It's been a hard life growing up within human society, but I've become used to it. Still, some things never got easier. Most humans still thought I was a freak. They welcomed me with mocking, sarcasm, and contempt for my people, my heritage. As for the Rusalki, they too found the half-blooded mermaid unacceptable. They didn't approve of my living among the humans, forcing me to live as a fugitive in Moscow and St. Petersburg.
Half-blooded. It was a nauseating term, one separating the Rukushka from the Seattless humans who had stolen their homeland. An ancient myth that has the source of enduring hatred between Rukushki and
They tried
humans.
to catch me by every means possible, so they could wash away the stain they saw in me.
That sounds very difficult.
Humans have stigmatized and haunted the Rusalki for centuries, while Rusalki still have the instinct to attack and plunder human ships even now. How are they supposed to make peace in such little time? That was what I thought years ago. Then I came to this town.
She surveys the white land, the unifying covers of snow, remove all distinctions, differences, and flaws.
A wonderful world where humans and Rusalki could live in peace. I was finally convinced. In Ravashki, everyone can make contributions with their skills, whether you are a human, a Rusalka, or a ley line researcher. I don't mean to give you more stress or push you. You will always be our friend, whatever your choices. But this is not an unreachable dream. It's real.
A familiar face wells up inside her again, conjured from a long silence past. The girl, then much thinner and more stubborn than now, couldn't help but cheer. The other lay hunters failed to take notice as they combed through their scattered papers.
The editor of the environmental research agreed to publish our report, finally! But he only gave us 5,000 words. On the last few pages. Undoubtedly, it's still a good start. Our first step to reviving the study of ley lines.
Winsome beams with excitement, calmly sprawling over the tables and stacks of her papers with care. Though dry theories shine anew, bright and vivid in her eyes. A table of twinkling stars. Yet these stars must shine against all consuming fields of darkness.
That's it, I give up. Maybe I'll study something else, like urban planning or landscape design. At least I can make a living that way.
Is everybody leaving one by one? Winsong was remembered in her heaps of books and manuscripts, oblivious to the
The
loss.
study of ley lines is outdated. Everyone agrees now that it can't be verified by science. This whole study was a dead end. Ley lines are only a baseless theory of arcanum.
And then there were three. The old papers on the table filled with nothing more than nonsense and wasted ink. At least that's how the world received it.
I tried talking about our study of ley lines with other arcanists, but almost no one has ever heard of it. They are more interested in Laplace's breakthroughs. Or anecdotes in their own fields. Like the chaotic energy sampling mentioned in the paper written by the Butterfly of Lorenz.
Butterfly. Huh. The stars have dimmed.
So, maybe it is an unreachable dream?
She's by herself now. A long moment of wistful distractions fall back into reality. After much hesitation, she begins to speak again.
I do wish I could help, but it would take a lot of resources to verify the theory behind ley lines. There may be even danger and sacrifice. Even Zeno has paid little attention to my research. They only see it as a means to an end. Researchers in other fields can stand on the shoulders of giants, while I don't even have a school to return to. I doubt that the study of ley lines will help you much.
She retreats a few steps back.
I see. Well, thank you for your honesty, Comrade Winsong.
Vila looks away, holding the regrets deep into her chest.
I'm sorry.
До скорой встречи.
До встречи, Vila.
She bows her head and turns, taking a few more difficult steps away. Perhaps it was her unattainable dream of revival that stalled her, or the weight of all that has gone wrong.
Wait! Comrade Winsong!
A burst of light leaps towards her once more.
Hmm?
Don't forget your next lesson. The children are still waiting.
But the town is...
Life must continue, comrade. We can't let our worries stop us.
Okay.
To be continued. Part 12. The Night Train. The train chugs along, leaving no stragglers behind. As the truck marks its final stroke, the luxury exhales a long breath.
Class is over. Thank goodness I still remembered the basic premises of ley lines in biology. Feel free to ask me any questions. Oh, cheer up, little ones. There won't be any exams for this subject.
She offers a hesitant joke to ease the awkwardness of the class. But their unusual playful response never emerges. She turns to face a class that must be bored, asleep, maybe distracted. She meets instead of clear and focused eyes.
Miss Winsong, are you going to dig up those potatoes alone again? Is there anything we can do to help you? Miss Vila said we will work together to beat the critters out there. That we will find their weakness as long as we finish the map with you.
Just like how you taught us to. Kikirin are not dangerous at all. They are plant-eating critters and pose little threat to humans.
I have ropes, flowers, and white gloves. We will dig up a lot of potatoes together. Piotr is strong. He can move any rocks that are in our way. Nina can prepare a kettle of warm water for everyone. And
The children's voice rises and falls, who begins an icy determination soon melts in a cascade of sobbing.
I'm sorry,
Stars.
little ones. I wish I could verify all the theories we've been working on, but...
She fixed Risha's late energy map to the blackboard, circling an empty void.
As you can see, a critical part is missing. It might take months to finish it. Besides, there may be even more dangerous critters in that area.
Then the town will become the witch's new castle. Or perhaps an empty castle.
Her attempts to turn the moon again falls flat. A merciful bell rings on a dairy topic like a dirge. Thankfully, the next teacher arrives swiftly to revive her.
Quiet, children.
She holds her gaze firm, sweeping over the assembled children.
Wipe your tears and cheer up. Our Ravashki will stand strong.
Really?
But what are you going to do?
Moonsong is taken back at first, then complimenting the possibilities. She delicately weighs her words.
Vila, I hope you aren't seriously considering Xenos.
Of course not. They might try, but we will never give in. No matter what, for now, we must find a way to protect our town. We will need a shelter from these critters. We've all decided to stay.
The curtains parts and sunlight pours in from outside.
Look outside, children. Each and every one of us is doing what we can to hold our town together.
A newt's factory is spitting out puffy bubbles?
The workers are going to transform the abandoned factories into something useful. They're cleaning the ore and debris there. Not an easy job. After that, we will start new production lines and cooperate with the surrounding cities. We will grow potatoes, breed fish, and make canned food. We will find our strength together.
Are we putting makeup on the factories? We can paint their faces and put beautiful garlands on them. So what is Mr. Patrick doing? Everyone's waiting in line. Is it the Teen Hat Festival again?
I'm sorry, August. I think we will have to live without our tin hats and Comrade Blinchik for a long time. They are signing on to a reform of our rationing. To transform our factories, we need to cut down the budget for the canteen.
Oh, thank you for your sacrifice, Comrade Blinchik. You deserve a medal and some chocolate.
Look,
The bulldozers are tearing down those houses.
Yes, we all agreed to exchange some of our living space for more land to grow food.
children crowds the window, silent but beaming with pride, as if paying tribute. One song follows Vila's narration to its conclusion.
The price is much higher than it first seemed. Is it worth it?
Of course. You cannot find what we have here in Xenos barracks or in a relief camp. You can't find it anywhere in the world. Think about the old comrades and the babies. They're the past and the future of Ravashki. How could we leave them behind or subject them to Xenos whims?
Mechanical sounds from outside carries across the snow from afar, as if the land itself is calling.
No one shall ever be abandoned in Ravashki.
I think people out there would be envious if they saw what you are doing here.
She doesn't press further.
We really aren't doing anything so special. We're only doing our job, our duty to one another.
Her scales and spines have risen. Through whether it is a sign of pride or fear, she can't say.
There are lots of conflicts out there. Conflicts like the one between humans and Rusalki. Like the ones that mocked the study of ley lines and dissolved our school. They did so simply because it might take from their funds or steal their glory. Everyone forever building walls just to keep separated from each other. Hoarding whatever they could get their hands on. Then they blame the aftermath, the harm they do to others on cruel realities. Cruel reality. It seems to be everyone's mortal enemy, the cause of all suffering, war, greed, the perfect excuse to never care.
Her voice trails into a mutter.
But things are different in Ravashki. They took me in unconditionally when I came here, and they stayed friendly for a week, a month, a year, and even now. So naturally, it became my dream too. Everyone here shares a beautiful dream. A dream that we can work and enjoy life together. That someday, there will be no more conflicts between people or worries about tomorrow. That everyone will be able to work to achieve their passions, whatever field they wish to pursue. A utopia. It's not just a way of life for now, but the future we're always trying to reach. I've spread the study of ley lines in Ravashki, along with its potential.
A simple invitation catches Winsong's eye, with dense, messy signatures filling every possible.
They showed great interest. The study tells us about the secrets that could lie beneath the earth after all. Perhaps it will bring hope to Ravashki.
But I'm not one of you.
You taught the children something new, and you helped us explore our town's potential, didn't you? Everyone here is more than happy to help you. You know, Comrade Knut has been boasting about the assistance he was able to provide for your studies. And many others are envious. They want to help you too. More importantly, you already have a group of curious students here willing to study your theory.
The new wave of leyline hunters.
Now, allow me to ask you again, Comrade Winsong. Would you hold a lecture on ley lines for all the citizens of Ravashki?
Even though my research doesn't have any endorsements or achievements?
Of course. Perhaps we can be the first to endorse it after your lecture.
You're being far too obvious in your recruitment tactics.
Vila smiles, ignoring her faint protests.
The world is not a beautiful place. Poverty, privilege, egoism, exclusivism, so many problems. But that doesn't mean it can't get better in the future. Perhaps the experiment we're doing in Ravashki now will become the symbol of a better future. A new world where all races and ideas can coexist. Well, of course it may fail and end up a ruin. But at least we've tried.
She watches Vila dance proudly as if gazing at the great ship borne by distant joys. Venturing on, never shrinking back.
We love our home, and we're ready to devote our lives to it.
I can't shake the feeling you're inviting me aboard a leaky boat. It could sink at any moment.
Maybe, Comrade Winsong. But should we sink, remember your friend is a Rusalka, and we do well underwater.
Winston blinks, half wondering if her new friend has gone mad, and finding it might matter still that she has reaching out to suddenly accept the invitation.
What an honor.
So long, Zeno. And before long, the snowfields were tranquil no more. The crowd has gathered together again. It's a familiar place one she visited in dreams before. This time, though, her watcher seems more curious than doubtful. Their eager eyes follow her every move.
Today, I'm going to introduce the study of ley lines and the progress of my research on the Ravashki.
Winsor takes a deep breath, pulling out a few pages of research notes. The pages are passed from hand to hand, stirring excitement.
Thanks to your help, I have finished a draft of the town's ley energy map. And I have confirmed the presence of many precious resources.
Through these colorful lines?
These lines and spots show us the state of local ley energy. Each color represents a different concentration of creatures or minerals. Simply put, this area covered in frozen earth and frost contains many rich resource veins. These gray marks symbolize them. They are located in most of the corners of the map, all of them outside of town.
Oh, maybe that's why Grandpa said we couldn't grow anything here in the beginning. They eventually solved that problem by importing rich black topsoil for our fields.
As for the runium you've mined to make a living, look at the dark gray marks. According to the map, they are becoming increasingly scattered and faint, so it can be hard to see them. Besides resources, we can also find concentrations of different creatures using the map. The navy blue marks represent the Kikirn, while the aqua-green ones represent the mutant Kikirn from the wharf. They feed on plants, and you can find their traces in many corners of the town. The red-brown marks are the Kikituks, an aggressive species. They're vicious by nature and prey on just about anything arcane they can find, even other creatures.
I feel as though my head is going to explode from all this new information. Can you explain a little simpler for this old workhorse, Comrade Winston?
Of course.
She proudly produces a small handful of fluff.
This sample comes from a Kikituk in the mine. I took it with Mr. Yevgeny's help.
Seems like just a normal piece of fluff, no matter how I look at it.
Yes, and in most people's eyes, it's nothing more than that. But in a lay hunter's eyes, it reveals a great deal of information. The navy blue marks and the red-brown ones seem to mix together, and there are also dark gray ones popping out among them. So, it looks like our Mr. Kikituk ate well. Perhaps he had a kikin soup with a runium-flavored kefir.
Looks like these critters have realized our dream long before we could.
But what about those black marks? If my memory serves me right, the map you just showed us had those black marks too.
Yes, but they don't match any creature or resource we know. I believe it represents a new kind of resource.
Oh. Well, where is it then?
The mood has intensified. Residents clamoring around to see.
We can only find the answer in this area here.
You mean in the depths of the mine?
Windsong gives a slow affirmative nod.
The ley energy is emanating from there. Afterwards, it flows throughout the food chain, passing through all kinds of creatures and materials before eventually returning to its source.
Thank you for the follow, bless.
Then our new resource is probably somewhere there.
How are you today?
So we need to find it. Then we won't have to put up with Xeno anymore.
The audience sparks up. Rippling murmurs turns into a burst of questions and excitement.
But do you have any other proof?
He lays out his hands, as if expecting Winsong to put something there.
Of course. Remember the critter you found in the mine, Mr. Knut?
Yes. You said it was called, Hoitu.
Hoitok.
Hoituk, a subspecies of Kikituk. They live underground and feed on minerals.
That was around the time we had begun to run out of rhodium.
Is that so? But they were still there. Perhaps even more active than usual. That could only mean they were attracted by some other mineral or energy source, right? And even though I didn't find any further Hoituks during my research, I did find the Olga mutants, one of their close relatives. Since they are social creatures, my discovery must prove the presence of some of these Hoituks, even if we cannot find them yet.
The surrounding cheer swells again, prompting Eugenie to clear his throat.
But in the end, this is all just conjecture. Are we really going to waste all our time and money on your assumptions? Or can you prove it's something more than conjecture?
I would call it a preliminary conclusion.
But could it be endorsed by any authorities or proven theories?
So far, no.
So then it is little more than a fairy tale. Am I right?
I admit, it's a gamble.
Eugenie, now infamous brow, furrows once more.
It's never easy to dig, you know. And Xeno has already withdrawn all their own equipment. All we have left in Ravashki are some outdated machines. Besides, Miss Winsong mentioned the critters. Maybe their presence there is some kind of proof, but they are themselves a danger. It is obvious that there will be many more critters there than near the town. And you would have us waste time, perhaps even sacrifice our comrades, to pursue what could just be a fairy tale?
He advances closer, step by step. Winsong's mouth opens silently. The looks of his face far too familiar. Yes, it's that look. The suffocating weight of questions and regrets.
There is no doubt the cost is simply too high. Who would be foolish enough to dig some holes in the wild just to see if there are critter bones in them?
Her shouts of laughter comes from everywhere and nowhere all at
The
once.
answer is very clear. We don't need new kind of geography meets with our king. Let's save everybody some trouble. Conclusion. The application for Project Ley Line should be rejected.
Agreed. Even cranks can apply for research funds nowadays.
Anybody gonna help her? She staggers back, bumping into something solid. A strange yet familiar cool sensation lands on her shoulder. Villa stands behind her.
Keep moving, Comrade Winsong. Keep moving. The people of Ravashki don't back down in the face of their problems. Whatever it is, we can fix it together, right? I approve of Comrade Winsong's proposal.
Me too!
Her surging ship launches forward, plowing through stubbornness and doubt, never looking back.
That's right. This is not a gamble or a fairy tale.
Her hands tremble as she opens her backpack.
Here's a ley line simulator. It can simulate the creatures on the ley energy map, so we can do further analysis.
Is it able to simulate the critters too?
Certainly. Simulating critters is lesson 1 in the ley line textbook. We can use the simulation to carry out targeted training against the critters.
Looks like the study of ley lines is more organized than I thought. Congratulations, Comrade Winsong. You will have the manpower you need.
Winston turns as more and more fists are raised into the air.
Turn it on, comrade.
We can't wait.
A deep breath. A glance to confirm that all is ready. Then, the Gentile instantly positions himself in front of everyone.
It's like digging the mine all over again.
That was the biggest achievement of my life.
Let's do this, comrades. Digging like this is no easy work.
They roll up their sleeves, pressing forward confidently.
Did the show begin? Excellent. Get ready to step onto the stage.
Fine.
For everyone.
Uh-oh.
Meeting.
Haven't we eaten? Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
Let the show begin.
Don't blink.
Foolish. Enough.
That's what you've got.
So,
I'm sorry.
so that right now we're just for the story modes. We're just using the characters I don't usually use that much.
That was one powerful blow.
The square is now pocked by groups of disabled workers, resting their richness. One's back is soaked, and her cylinder creaks with stress.
I think we can draw our conclusions now.
The old bench groans beneath her boots as she nibble projects herself onto their own back.
Everyone, we have to admit, this is going to be a risky operation, but it's also our last chance. To protect our land and our people, we must explore the mine. There will be danger. Yes, some of us may get hurt, but we may also find this new resource and save our Ravashki. For you, for me, for everyone.
There's no cheer that rises to meet her. The only thing audible now is the distant sea breeze buffeting the
We can
shore.
already expect that critters have occupied the mine. We'll just have to work together to drive them away. We dug this mine with our own machines once, and we'll do it again. This is how we've made it so far.
The crowd rises, pulling it together. Windsong looks up and outward.
However old they are now, they will always be our children, right? Yuri, you're good at the assembly, huh? Nikita, you're going to be busy with the engines. Valeria, we need you for this cruise.
More and more stars lights up. They erscheinen the twinkling snow. The future we choose, moving from one reality to another. So wonder what kind of new resources they find. Wonder if it's like oil, because I saw those things on the background back there, but I'm not sure if that's right or not.
Miss Vila, they've been doing strange things.
Father took out a lot of old books, and he spends most of his time looking over his blueprints now. He said they will be the key to saving the town. Shame I can't read those books or help with anything.
My dad was acting strange too. He started fiddling with the bottles from under his bed again. But Mom didn't scold him this time. She even took out some of her treasures from the cabinet. Reindeer horn, noisy birch sap, golden teeth seal whiskers.
What are they making?
Dad said his potions would keep everyone energetic for a whole day.
Even Mr. Miser took out his wand from the safe box.
Hey Ronald, how's everything? The children clustered around Vila. Vila's about to speak when hurried labored footsteps interrupts her.
Kids.
Is that the
Good
cook?
luck, Comrade Vila.
Regretfully, his march cannot proceed. He's now become the children's newest focus.
Mr. Patrick, are you doing strange things too?
The book bag on his shoulder cannot include the children's scrutiny. This is not a cookbook he carries, but something far weightier.
How to use and maintain model A050, operation manual of model SEPA 1562. These dusty books, they look older than me.
These old friends are our textbooks.
Do adults take exams too?
We're doing something far more important than exams, kids. We haven't used these old fellas since Zeno brought the new ones. Most of our comrades don't know how to operate them. Now is the time to put them back into use. Comrade Knut has been teaching us how to use these outdated technologies.
That's right. All the adults have been divided into many groups. Knut is leader of the engineering group, and Pasono's uncle is in the investigation group, while Nina's father has joined the potion group. All of them take part in the creator combat training at dusk every day, and we share our combat experience with each other. And everyone is working hard to explore the mine.
The children's burst into question, seeking the current whereabouts and activities of every single adult they can think of. I got iced tea. Okay. Thanks for the hydrate.
Haha! We will be able to live on our own without Zeno!
Miss Vila, I want the town to be proud of me too.
Is there anything that we can do?
I have lots of metal toy trains. Can we make components out of them? They can spin and whistle like a minecart.
That's a great idea. I'm sure it will inspire everyone.
No, let them use mine first.
Hands shoot up among the children, each a ready volunteer.
Calm down, children. I know you want to do your bit. But our future needs you. Now your job is to study hard, so Ravashki can rely on you in the future. Understand?
Oh, what about August? We can't find him. He'll be so sad if he doesn't get to have a job too.
Don't worry, Nina. He is helping the town in his own way.
Ears.
The gunshot sounds, and the cuckoo swiftly scurries away.
Biscuits?
Is he pointing out the weaknesses, or are they gathering materials? The boys have conducted a symphony of arms. Gunfires and the noise of battle falls in the wake of the little sunflower's hands.
It's only been a few months. Can't believe the monsters have already occupied the whole place.
Well, not a problem as long as we got our mischievous little comrade. He always knows exactly where they will come out.
Things wouldn't have gone nearly as smoothly without him.
I would never have believed he could do this if Comrade Winsong hadn't endorsed him.
Never underestimate any of our comrades, big or small. Do I need to repeat that again?
Of course, I guess the security guarded, despite his dangerous mission.
Well done, August. You protected everyone.
Look, that did. But I was just teaching our monster friends how to dance right. They are slow learners.
Yes, that's what we want you to do.
She struggles to match her words to her little friend's own imagined interpretation.
A performance with the Kikituks. Your job is to tell which critter, which friend is dancing wrong.
That's kind of messed
That's your
up.
talent, isn't it? Just like you showed us before.
Oh. What if they dance right?
She stumped?
Then they deserve some Alenka chocolate, don't they?
Indeed, for all those scattered, many more slinky in behind them. The shadow every move, intent of repelling the intruder.
Comrade Sergei, our new friend is right beside your boots. I think he is hoping to kiss them. Will you dance with him?
What?
Watch out!
Ruka Cat, thanks for the work.
Time. Wanna watch the aerial stunts? Right wing. Oh.
Please.
Malaput. Time.
Beating.
Right wing. Red 38 is about to return.
Back off!
The Gensi surged forward, white light piercing the last Kukutuk's nostrils. The Genji pushes the carcass aside, allowing blood to drip onto the snow. He fixed intently on Windsong.
There are many more critters than we can deal with here. Many of us are injured. We must retreat.
Faint moans arise from the stretcher, bandage and bloodstains accumulating in a small amount on the snow.
We made the decision to come here together, Comrade Evgeny. We are so close to the depths. We must not give up now.
I know everyone's wounded. But look how far we've gone. It's been worth it, don't you think?
This is all my fault. I'm sorry.
Don't be, Comrade Winslow. You've given us a workable plan and helped us recognize our little comrade's potential. No?
He ruffles Agon's head.
He's only a child.
He's one of us, Comrade Evgeny. I will keep him safe. We aren't just digging a mine now. If we manage to find this resource, no one will have to leave. And we can continue to live together, right?
The scattered applaud bursts like firework crackers. Rifles refurbished and polished, raised in harmony with pickaxes and tools.
These wounds are nothing compared to the glory of our future.
Again, I think this is a foolish idea.
He says nothing else, then turns to leave without looking back. The story begins with a melody that echoes through the airspace of the workshop, signaling the beginning of a new day. Okay, the sound of waves can be heard in the distance as workers navigate the orderly row of cargo crates, convinced that hard work is the key to success. Dispatch 2 partners with search skills to speed up the process. So, how do I know who has search skills? I'm guessing. Okay, I'm guessing these. Who else could there be? Wait, so. Wait, so it's. I just. Wait, so if I choose 4. So they don't have skills. Yeah, 10 seconds should be okay. Oh, 2 partners. Let's do this then. Okay. Thanks to your help, everyone is one step closer to achieving their goals and transitioning into a town life. We should take these components to the appropriate comrade. With my years' experience in mining, I can assure you that they are still usable and will be put to good use. Maybe they contain traces of Runian, explaining their precise appearance. In these times of steel shortages, every little contribution counts. I imagine Comrade Villa is with the children right now, making sure they don't miss their lessons. Could it be that the miners have returned to the abandoned mine? Maybe we should take a shorter route to the hotel and let Comrade Agenti investigate. Alright, let's do that. Shh! See those people walking from the hotel? They are from Zeno. Let's not talk about them behind their backs. Yeah, I see them. Isn't Comrade and Genti negotiating with Zeno? They must be looking for him. They left. It looks like Comrade and Genti isn't there. We have to come back later. Tomorrow? Or the day after, perhaps. Honestly, this is not the way I want to leave this town. I still have the scars from shoveling snow on my legs, and we can just fix the windows at home. Who wants to leave just like that? But what Comrade and Genti said was reasonable, and he's always truthful. You're afraid he'll hear you. Maybe we may be close to the meeting room, but I'm afraid not. Or I wouldn't have made the decision to come here. We weren't afraid in the pioneer days either. What Comrade Villa said is exactly what everyone had said back then. The town has been built, and we have been living here for a while now. Our days are not as hectic as they used to be, but it's invigorating to see that the resurgence of the pioneer spirit after such a long time. Hey, alright. That's the attitude we need. If we walk a little faster, we can still make it back to the work on time. Oh, grassroot. That's what they told me.
It's me.
Oh, you.
I want to talk.
I was just about to look for you, Comrade Evgeny. I've found more details. Here.
Hey, Abby. Winsong turns away and begins to search through the mountainous pile of documents.
Trust me, they will ease your mind. More or less.
A cold wind rushes between them through the open window.
Let's skip to the point. I want you to stop your research.
What?
Our exploration has only just started, yet many of our people have already been hurt. Can you promise there won't be further injuries or worse before we've found this fairy tale treasure? Your so-called new resource is still unconfirmed, yet the price we've paid looking for it is already mounting. We had other options, safer options for all of us.
The snow has turned wet to wet rain. It splashes up from the windowsill and on her as we speak.
We just need to be better prepared. We will arm ourselves with more knowledge for next time.
I know what you're after here. The study of ley lines, right? The people here may be enthusiastic, but they are only laymen. I've spoken with someone who can help you far more.
The unhurried steps of Vincent's boots marks an unfortunate familiar guess.
It is good to see you, Miss Vinsong. Our proud scholar of a budding, if still informal, school.
His expression is genuine and surprised, as though this is the first time they ever met.
And you, the big shot from Zeno. Should I feel flattered you stopped by?
He feigned oblivious to Winsong's teasing.
I read your files, as Mr. Evgeny suggested. You know already that Zeno has investigated many arcane cases, and been deployed to many places related to Arcanum. But we have never met anyone quite as obsessive in their study as you are.
What now? Have the big shots decided they are going to trust my studies?
Berto smiles. He always smiles, brimming with all the joy of a crocodile.
Well, while I might admire your perseverance myself, no, they're not convinced. We just wonder what you and your school have gained from this long journey.
He looks past her, assessing the mounds of scattered papers.
Enough with the crap.
As you wish. First, I believe you owe Comrade Evgeny some thanks.
Huh?
A fresh letter of recognition is handed to Winsong.
The less than satisfactory results from your study may not have earned this letter from Zeno. But Comrade Evgeny insisted on us offering it to you. Once you have our recommendation, you will be able to communicate with all the renowned scholars in our lab. Your long wait for recognition will be over. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
His tone is calm. His victory is assured.
All I ask is, stop this farce.
So Getty wants to protect the people, but
Wow.
it's at what
I am
cost?
so grateful. I think I might cry. All we have to do is wait for Zeno's grace to be bestowed on us. We should be moved to tears by your mercy, no?
Putting aside your sarcasm, I would suggest you consider the danger of throwing away this opportunity. You are wasting time, effort, maybe even lives on some foolish wild goose chase. We can offer the people here a much safer and more feasible way forward. Don't you see?
Berto raises an eyebrow. He presents his case less as reasons than the distributed truth.
And what about Ravashki?
He looks at her pitifully.
all things come to an end. It will disappear quietly, overtaken by the wilds of this land, when the time comes. At least, it may leave a small place in the historical records. No offense intended, Mr. Evgeny.
We cannot solve the problems we're having without Zeno's help.
All of these problems will be solved as long as we find this new resource.
I'm afraid you're mistaken, Miss Vinsong. As far as Sino is concerned, the value of this land is exhausted, fairy tale resources notwithstanding. Once we've transferred the Arcanists away, Ravashki will be abandoned.
The crocodile smile cracks again, growing annoyed at his long overdue victory.
We are aware of the dangers that staying here poses to these people, and it is our responsibility to save them, whether they wish to resist us or not. That's the only reason for our decision. Understand?
Winsong sets down the lay energy charts, the coordination of her countless efforts, without saying a word.
Let's be practical. Sino has many outstanding young people, a strong academic atmosphere, a better future. You will get the opportunity to revive your school of ley lines, if you pass the exam.
Her fingers press onto the paper, tracing a new embossed seal. The carrot is sweeter and more fragrant than before. How long now has he imagined this moment? In dim, stuffy basements, in underpaid editorial offices, under faceless, nameless, scrutinizing gaze.
This will be a better choice for all of you.
Mr. Bigshot, could you use your rusted brain to think of a more noble reason than consumerism and elitism? Do you really think our desire for a better life is the only reason why we refuse to leave? You used ordinary people as a stepping stone to power and privilege, and even now you take our sacrifices for granted.
Reality is cruel. Not you, not Ravashki, and not even Sino can save everyone. You will have to deal with that. You should take what is to come as an inevitable optimization of our society's development.
I know. Life may still get harder even if we find this new resource. So what?
The defiance in her voice reunites her long-lost courage.
Your brand of elitism may have invaded every corner of the world, but not this town. Not yet.
I see. Most scholars like you hold the same naivete.
They refuse to leave any of their comrades behind, even if the price is their own future. What we would sacrifice ourselves for is not the study of ley lines or any other personal goals, but our dream to thrive together. To live in a bright future we all can share. As for this,
she strutted up his godly recommendation.
I don't need it.
A leopard never changes its spots.
Berto leaves his final words hanging in the room, departing without looking back. The crumpled letter rolls out of the window and lands in the snow, slowly being covered until there is no trace of it left. Will things get better? Winsong, too, preoccupied to care, slumps back into her chair, gulping in the crisp air of a new world.
I envy your innocence, Miss Winsor. For many years, I believed that our mission was to change the world. But when I looked up, the gate to the new world was already closed. Little Ravashki just coasted along, and I tried to keep everything the way it was. But I failed. Ravashki is doomed. All our efforts, our will, our dreams, nothing can change the creeping reality. We attempted to achieve something meaningful, something that could make history, but
Genji strains to lift his head. His face is certain in a kind of darkness beyond the reach of light.
the spirit of the times stands against what we are building here. Not just Xeno, but the whole world. That's what reality is like. Boring, cruel, disappointing.
The scene falls into a wordless, motionless quiet. After a long while, Windsong rises. She has shed all of her burdens, and the textinizing carrot is gone.
You are too pessimistic, Comrade Yevgeny. Xeno has tried to recruit me several times. Do you know what I've learned from all their efforts? They don't want us to explore that mine. They belittled our efforts, offered pity for Ravashki, and then planned out a promising future for us. Yet they didn't give us a hand, even when our people were injured or died. Do you really think they are so eager to stop us just because they don't want any more sacrifices? Of course not, my friend. A lesson I learned from living in their society. Never do what your enemies want you to do.
He grasps his shoulder, giving it a shake to pull him up to his senses.
Xeno is afraid of us. They are afraid that we may discover a new kindling to relight our fire. That we may burn so brightly that we grow out from their control to create our own future.
You,
But they can't have it their way. Ravashki belongs to us, as does the future.
Faint flickers of the fire seem to be there, somewhere in the man before her. The Genji looks up with a complex expression.
I will give it some thought, Miss Win. Comrade Winsome.
Hello, gentlemen. Hello, comrade of Xeno. Comrade. If you're here to see Comrade and Genji, we can wait a little, or is there something else important you'd like to discuss? We talked, and Miss Winsong was there. Comrade and Genji is doing what's best for everyone. We all know that, but I tell you, I personally don't want to leave this place, even if he... No, the lady turned down my proposal, and Comrade Genji didn't seem too invested in it either. Isn't Xeno's help good news for all of you? I can't comprehend the reasoning behind rejecting the abundance of food, a suitable climate, and comfortable housing. It's not easy to leave something you built with your own hands, comrade. I doubt you ever experienced living in a home you built yourself, let alone living in this way. Chances are you have never even touched freshly mined ore in your life. That's true, gentlemen, but why do you insist on doing everything yourself? It seems that our conversation has come to an end. I will stay here until Genji arrives and gives the answer, which should be soon. Identical long tables, mashing chairs, and potatoes, potatoes, and more potatoes. In the past, we have access to tin cans and even jam and flour. It was a challenge to transport supplies, but unfortunately, the weather was cold enough that nothing spoiled during the trip. Time was not an issue in those days. We have abundance of it. The little ones used to come and ask for a lanky, while we couldn't indulge their every whim. A treat now and then were fine. Being too strict does no one any good. Oh, thanks for the resale ball, Panzer. Alright. Have a good rest. And good luck tomorrow. 11 months in a row. 11 month streak. Thanks for the sub again, Panzer. The little ones used to come and ask for a lanky. While we couldn't indulge their every whim, a treat now and then were fine. Being too strict does no one any good. Had I known the true value of a lanky, I would have been more careful about giving them away. Maybe I could have kept a few. Oh well, too late to regret now. At first, we gathered around a single table of portion of the canned food, meticulously sobbing up every last drop of broth. But now, there are more tables, but a lot less variety in our meals. And it's not like we could go hunting for critters to supplement our meals. Why can't people live off ore like they do? I have the urge to give a detailed account of my past and present experience because Ravashki is exceptional. It's the most remarkable town I encountered, although my travels has been limited. But I'm worried that it will one day disappear. That's for sure. If Comrade Argenti agrees to Zeno's proposal, this place will soon be a land of snow again. The factories, the machines, everything will be covered in snow, just as it was when we first arrived. I have to remember to write down all the details in case the kids ask me. I want to be able to tell them about everything that disappeared. Of course, it's not going to be written down in any textbooks. There are countless unsung heroes in Ravashki, a place filled with ordinary people just trying to make ends meet. That's the reality of our lives here. Dealing with these neighbors is something everyone is familiar with, but having an extra person around is always beneficial.
I will remember your sacrifice.
Be serious. What's your race?
Heart still.
Survived.
I admire your courage.
Be serious. Stay focused.
I will remember your sacrifice. Sharp pain.
Snow covers all, including your grumpy neighbors. 16. Marching March. A epic composure about the countless unimportant people. The steel behemoth rumbles. They have plowed through snow, mud, and soil to reach their targets.
I haven't done any field investigation of ley energy since our school fell apart.
Winsong puts away her tools, her hands trembling slightly.
Don't worry, Comrade Winsong. Look, these stones are still the same stones we've always known.
He catches the worries in Winsong's expression.
And don't be afraid to fail. My father told me that failure is just success and progress. Even if we cannot find this new resource or save our Ravashki, we've come back here together and worked for our common goal. We have nothing to complain about.
All right.
Whatever the result, we thank you for your efforts. Now, leave the rest to us.
He turns his head and shouts towards the drilling machine.
Comrade Yuri, check the connection status. Don't forget to check the drill, Comrade Yelena.
Relax, it's much easier than opening a can with only your fingers.
The cited queue flows like a steady river. People crowd together, shovels, holes, and picking ringing out of unison. Magnificent drilling machines emerge up from the snow. They roar as the drill pierces the earth. The stubborn frozen soil does nothing to hinder their progress. The reminiscence is a sound that echoes in Winsong's ears, a sound of impassioned unity, of purpose, and vision. The place is like a square, like the public's canteen, like their factory, like every corner of Ravashki. Thanks for the like, Panzer. Clearly, it is a scene worth capturing.
Groot had grown a slender arm. One that reached places no one could, and picked up stones there. They are not like the soft, transparent stones from the sky. These are hard, as chocolate. I think they are good stuff, too. Villa said we could make them into guns and houses to help the town. But maybe we will irritate the owner of the stones?
The busy adults pay no heed to the children's mumbling. They gather around the newly collected core samples.
Am I right that this sample is from 100 meters underground?
Yes. Usually we don't need to reach that deep to find runium ore.
Relax, comrades. At least it proves there is something new on the Ravashki.
I have been a miner for 40 years, and one thing I know for sure is this. This is not bedrock.
It's a Kikituk's hair.
Winsong carefully scrapes the colorful powder from the rocks and places it into a test tube.
The black marks are the new resource we're looking for. The red-brown ones are the Kikituks, and the bright yellow ones are their mineral-eating relatives, the Hoituks. The machine will show us the stability of the ley energy in a minute. We are at the source of the ley energy now, so the lines should have been pure.
If my eyes serve me right, I think I see bad news.
You're right. This source is like an estuary polluted beyond recovery. It is carrying too many traces, both from creatures and non-creatures. Besides, the black ore down there seems to have attracted a large number of critters, which has only worsened the pollution. A senior of mine said in his notes that in this case, it will take a push for the core to activate its self-purification system. Shoot, we got a big one.
A boss monster?
It's you there. We should have prepared swimming floats. Yes, but the waves won't reach us if we ride this leg.
There's a slight hum of the vibration.
If the late energy materializes, put in a 7.62 centimeter sea serpent bone, 3 drops of common vervain sap, and 20 milligrams of snail sawfish embryo.
Emergency ley line handling guideline trials booklets in her hand. It's thrown to the ground and stamped aggressively. A colored slime continues to ooze out. No longer a mere note in her reference materials, but a observable substance. I guess we got the main team. That monster's pretty big compared to the people. The clever dreamer continues his observation.
It has a beautiful stone on its neck too. Did your father also fall asleep in the mine?
Is that the raw runium ore that Zeno has been looking for? The energy is so pure. No wonder it materialized into such a huge body.
Drawn in by the spectator, more creatures emerge from nearby mine shafts. Enticed by the potential for a feast.
Comrades! Defense formation! Miners! Stay behind us and evacuate!
Comrades, stand with me if you got a weapon. No matter if it's a rifle, a staff, or a shovel. Grip them tight. This is our Ravashki's future we're fighting for. We've been waiting for this, haven't we?
That's right.
More weapons are raised, clanging together as they begin their battle march.
Dear comrades, this is the critical moment for our town. No good weapons, no external support, but we have our friends, our family, and each other, who will never leave anyone behind.
Yes. There's nothing to be afraid of. We can always figure it out, so long as we still have hope.
Voices ring out one after another as they reach the end of their march. The balance mode. Temporary balance of the counters.
No matter what.
What do I recommend with stars? We are. Is Stone's weak against? Let's bring our main. I'm gonna bring the main group. For who's the last? Healer. Oh, DPS. Who should have a DPS? Knight? Or should I have 6? DPS. Support. Okay.
Comrades, what do you say? Shall we solve the problem with the strength of our own hands and arms?
Damn it! This thing is huge!
Oh yeah, is this guy? Oh, I see the other mobs too.
No way! Where are all these little monsters hiding?
The ley energy here is like a feast set out for the nearby critters. None of them can resist the temptation.
The Kikirans are dancing. The Igiraks are singing. and the Kikidukes are drawing with their breath. Is this their Tin Hat Festival?
There is nothing to be afraid of. We've got our comrades, our weapons, and our spirit.
Victory will be ours, comrades.
Should I start running?
Alright.
A moment of utterance.
It's newly made this year. Another jar? I can hear it. Got you. Enjoy.
How many phases is this gonna
There
have?
they are.
The moment of silence.
It is here.
The moment of utterance.
No worries.
Until the torch is lit. Learn from silence.
Thanks. Don't resist. Relax.
The moment of silence.
I can hear it. It's newly made this year.
Benefit from reading.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Oh, this
We made it? Well done, comrades. I knew we could make it.
Don't they usually have like 3 phases?
No, something's wrong. Do you feel it too, Comrade Winsome?
Shoot. The ley energy has sensed danger. It's become even more active. To deal with the pollution of other threats, the system will choose critters with potential and make them into its underlings.
Can we still defeat it this time? Comrade Vysotsky, do not worry. Look around you. We have got your back.
Calm down. Calm down. Think hard. There must be a weakness to this creature. I can do this.
No, you're wrong, Comrade Winsome.
We, right?
We can do this.
Alright. Don't think we need help yet.
It is here.
Time for tongues to speak of truth.
Help? I'm gonna need help anyway.
Another jar?
The scale of your soul has tilted. The balance needs to be restored.
Come back to me.
Let's get it over quick. Got you. Coming.
can hear it.
Another jar? I'll fill the cup for you.
Medic, get the wounded to the back. Move!
No! It's not that bad. I can...
Don't push yourself too hard. All of our comrades are willing to fight, so we don't have to leave anyone behind. Trust me. All right. All wounded, fall back. Team 3, take their position. Lay down suppressive fire.
Comrade Vila is right. We won't leave any of our comrades on the battlefield. It'd be a shame if we didn't get to see you cry at the victory celebration.
Got it.
Enjoy! There they are.
The moment of silence.
Relax. It's newly made this year. Another jar?
Until the torch is lit.
We made it!
Good job, comrades. They will be talking about this day for decades.
I didn't expect that energy from you, Comrade Yori.
See? I don't only build houses, I also build this rock-solid bud.
Make a head count of the wounded, and check our remaining supplies. We will need to work in groups of 3, in case the creatures come back. Thank you, comrades. All of you. The glory goes to every one of us.
Victory secure. I should excuse myself.
Suppressive fire! The noisy critters have all disappeared, and the strange entity has slumped down. The gathered warriors are exhausted, but alive.
Did we make it?
After we drove the critters away, the self-purification system began to run slower.
Haha! Time to go, all out. Let's go, comrades.
For a brighter future!
The crowd really doubles their strength as they follow Canuck forward. Definitely sounds repertoires all around them. I see the guy give a shovel by the claws. A bright yellow splash across the snowfields. The lava?
Comrade Yuri! Get a few more comrades here! We need to move him to the back!
Many comrades are wounded, blood soaked in their arms, and their heart has not faltered. Never retreat, never surrender.
Its energy has not run out yet. What on earth? It's the ore! Don't tell me it's still powering this thing.
I see. So we just break that stone, and it's over, right?
Yes, theoretically.
Winsong's voice wavers as he catches her breath.
Leave it to me. I'm the marksman here. Just need to get a little closer. Little closer. Comrade Adrian, Comrade Daniel, and I will go with you. There may be something we can do.
Okay.
Comrades, watch out!
They charge ahead, their spirits unwavering.
No!
Fall back!
Bullets fly through the air. There sounds like a relentless pounding call.
Please! Our attacks cannot break the stone at all!
Comrade Winston! What is going on?
The red splashes around them, so vivid against the white snow, halts her words.
The cycle of ley energy is long. It may take months, years, or even longer than that to return to its source. As long as that ore remains on its neck, the ley energy will continue with the purification until it wipes out everything around.
Winsong's voice is low, despite the din of battle.
So all we can do is wait?
For our own safety, we'd better stay out of this area until it completely returns to the source. I should have seen this coming. I'm so sorry.
Surrounded by fallen comrades and dark red streaks, Winsong attempts to conceal the fear in her voice. The wind rises, sharp and howling.
Comrade Patrick, Comrade Nikita, you're not down yet, right? Anyone else? We still got the digger, the crane, and our own strength. Let's try harder. It's nothing more than a stupid stone. We can do this. That's our last chance.
Rough hands stubbornly race once more, defying the cold winds and danger. Trickles of blood seeps down their arms from cuts and wounds. Warm words cover them like bandages, offering some solace to their pain.
Stop this senseless sacrifice, Comrade Knut. It's pointless to keep going.
But to save Ravashki is also your dream, no? Our little one from afar swore she would unite all of us, no matter who we are or where we're from. We must keep all that in our minds. How can we give up now?
The massive creature stands unmoving, like an unyielding mountain.
I'm so happy I came here and made friends with all of you, comrades. You each have a kind heart and a strong will. Before I met you, my dream was only a joke to the utter south. But you've shown me it isn't unreachable. Now it feels so real and heartwarming. Sometimes I almost forget that you see the fins and scales on my body. That's why I don't want you to sacrifice yourself for nothing. I don't want to lose you.
Her smile is a ray of light breaking through the crowd.
What we want is to stay together. That's why we're fighting to save Ravashki, right?
К черту!
His swans have lost their feathers. Are we still able to reach the sky?
Snow begins to fall again, as if casting a veil over the dead, over Ravashki. The roars of the wind grows, and there is not something else going with it. Clouds are pushed aside, and the distorted voice calls out
I
from
must
above.
thank you, Comrade Winsong. You rekindled something in us, and you hope, just as you promised. I will tell you that I read some papers on your ley lines after that night. It holds some great ideas, I admit. You and Ravashki deserve a better future.
Is he going to sacrifice himself? It sounds like that, right?
Wow, sea swans!
I want you to know, I recommended you to Zeno only because I was worried for your future. I did not want you to be stuck in a dying town.
Comrade Yevgeny?
And it gives me pain to see how brave and determined you all have been. I won't let any of you die here.
Yevgeny, what are you doing?
The sad thing is, I took a very different path long ago. But what does it matter now? Ravashki is proud of you. I am proud of you. You will continue to build the new world of your dreams. Our dream, no matter where or when. I will always be there with you. Seize the opportunity. Vila, Windsong, my comrades!
Природа — это числа и черты.
The trails of the old machine worn deep in the corroded ground, forming a raised pathway that leads up and away from the scene. The children, finally coming to grips with what they have seen, begin to cry.
Comrade Yevgeny.
Do fish mourn? Can Rakusa cry? No one can really answer this question. Yet around the Rakusuke, a ring of salty water seems to rise.
К черту! This is not fair! Just because he was the only pilot here doesn't mean he can make that decision alone. We should have had a boat.
We fixed that fighter together. That soul left us behind.
But he will always be our comrade, right?
Time appears to stand still, as all present stands unmoving, unspeaking, till one, and then many, trembling hands rise triumphantly into the sky.
To Comrade Yevgeny, salute!
But where is the sea swallow?
He flew into the future, child. The future will all reach one day.
You're here, Comrade Villa. Comrade Vinson and Comrade Rostisha helped me take the children home. It took some time. What did you find? Comrade Evgeny once mentioned that he kept some strange in the cabinet in the meeting room. He said to take them out when the time was right. Here, this is all of it. Evgeny has always been a man of action, straightforward and effective. It seems obvious that this would be reflected by the state of his locker. That said, Villa is taken aback to find only a small iron box inside. Steadily, a tremble in her hands, she picks up the box.
Comrade Yevgeny.
The teacher lifts the lid, taking out a letter inside, taking a deep breath before reading it out loud. You are reading this, and so I am gone. Don't waste your time on tears or anger. So typical of Evgeny. Within the box are plans for Ravashki's reconstruction and development. I know that my perspective is limited. Yet, it is my hope that these plans may provide the town with some direction in my absence. Our primary focus must be the exploration and administration of our resources. I listed those I consider most feasible to pursue and their potential trade value, as well as listing as any necessary precaution. Once our future is secure, look at the maintenance of the town's infrastructure, and if possible, boost their security, starting with the regular patrol at locations frequented by critters. Another thing, I spent some time collecting scraps and spare components of uranium left from over the factories. You will find them in the box. I made some further notes from before all this seemed unvetable. You'll find them detailed in my work journal on my desk. I know that many among you will never trust them, but please, do not discount the possibility of cooperating with Xeno. Remember, our priority must be survival. I wish for all of you great things, a victory in our coming trials. Know that I salute you, each and every comrade, for Ravashki, our future Agenti. The letter ends there. Even in the letter, he has been our comrade Agenti, stubborn to the end. It's a fool's hope that he's shown a little heart. No, it's not like him. You're wrong, Canuck. This was his heart. Comrade Agenti always put the town first. But then, perhaps he had too much to say, and certainly there was not enough time. Come on, let's put ourselves back together. We need to retrieve his journal. I shall share this letter with the others later. Comrade Agenti was right. We must start making plans for Ravashki's future. One careful fool after another. Vila places the letter back into the box and closes the lid. Come on, comrade. Okay, once we're done, though, let's head to the cliffside and give the stubborn bastard an earful. Speaking of, now that we're getting ready steady shipments again, we might bring out some vodka for him too. Comrade Agenti left us a map that could help us rebuild Ravashki. In order to resume production at the factories, we need another 60 units of raw components. Comrade Agenti's notes on the map may lead us to obtainable raw components. Please go find them. Hey Pesto! Story's pretty interesting. I'm guessing you finished the story? We're just going through, Comrade Agenti's, belongings. Yeah, because I know when it was, he was like in the, it sounded like, wait, it sounds like he's going to sacrifice himself, and then, yeah, then that happened. But yeah, so far, the story's pretty interesting. Let's go to the school first. So just... Yeah, well, yeah, it was. This is the building that garners the most attention in town. Oh, thank you for the follow, Pesto Bismo. Dispatch 2 partners with teaching experience to speed up the process. So teaching wise would be... Where is she? Wait, did I... Oh wait, I don't have her yet. Wait. Wait, are these none of these teachers? Alright, that's that. Even though it's just 20 seconds. Oh, really? Okay. It just goes down by half, right? It doesn't go down further. Thanks to your help, everyone is one step closer to achieving their goals and transitioning into a town life. Pour out your thoughts and feelings here. Side by side, miners covered in a layer of dust and wielding their picks hurries over as others join them after washing off their bandages. In the square, some take shelter under the statue and read books, while the children are led by loving hands through rows of coats and boots. A strong sense of camaraderie unites everyone in the square. They are all part of the same tight-knit community. The conversation begins and spreads like a hurricane, sweeping from one end of the square to another as everyone tries to engage with those around them. But then, another voice joins in. The town's teacher has arrived, embodying the idea we hold dear. She's like a character from the legend who has come to our town from a faraway place. Because of strong will, even legends can become reality here. If the teachers have not said, "See you tomorrow," this would have gone on all night. As the community, we each has a voice in shaping the future of our town. It's inspiring to see so many people come together to make a difference. There is a sense of pride that radiates from within, uniting us all towards a common goal. Oh, how powerful it is when we come together as one. Comrade Villa frequents this place, always looking great in her Perniva dress. I taught her how to sew, and other comrades would bring piles of torn coats and socks for us to mend. This is something I have always done. No matter how catchy your slogans are, we still need clothes to wear and bread to eat, right? The rest is not within my realm of concern. Thankfully, Comrade Villa has diligently caring for the children. My main worry was that once the teachers were gone, there would be no one to check on them and ensure they were looked after. Leaving children to run amok on the streets will not lead to their healthy development. I'm very grateful that she's here. This place has become a second home to me. Despite the challenge and endless tasks, I feel content knowing that our efforts benefits our fellow comrade. The experience is precious to me. Anyone who has ever sat on the long tables, sharing butters and conversation with people from different countries and working together to form friendships would understand the value of this way of life. This is a powerful effect, my friends. It reminds me of dark bread, rough, but filling. Whether it's Comrade Villa or Comrade Argenti, I trust in their abilities. This town will not simply disappear. Ravashki will always be here, steadfast and unwavering. So event completed. 2. Okay, 3. Wait, did that already? Wait, so it was mine? This one? It's only natural that minor conflicts arise during the mining progress. Let's change it all. Can I remove helper? Okay.
Hey, hello there. What's your race?
Wait, buff?
Isla. What's your race? Crickets and fireworks!
Oh, still alive. one.
It's a tough one, boss. Be serious. Stay focused. Thunder Talisman, scientific version. Of lightning.
Your familiar neighbor reluctantly backs away from the ore. Is there more stuff too on this one? 2 is complete. Fact production. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, so 4 was 3. Oh, we did that. Oh. Argenti has always been a man of action. Straightforward and effective. It seems obvious that this would be reflected on the state of his luck. Wait, we did this one already. Okay, so I'm not sure if there's any other things over here. A screwdriver toy. So I guess these gray ones should be opening up soon or something. Alright. 17. Snow and the others. We're not even halfway through this journey, but we will press on. The unsupported laid energy returns to the earth. The soil is smoothed out and canvassed for a new painting.
Take heart, comrades! Everything he did was for Ravashki.
We shared the same dream, didn't we? To do all we can for the good of the people.
She faces towards the silent cliff.
Reporting. Drilling rig clear. Ready for new exploration.
He stops firmly on the ground beneath his feet.
That's the spirit. We must keep going. Only period. Yuri, start the machines.
On it!
A loud call resounds, and the huge rig turns once more. The steel behemoth roars, the sand covering up the sorrow and gloom of the moment. After some time, the children carefully and cautiously approaches the cliff's edge. August bends down, placing his sunflower on the edge, as tenderly as a mother tucks in their child.
Take this. It's my best friend. I think it will be glad to have another best friend.
I will become a great hero like you. It's a promise. A man's promise.
Well, why are your feathers wet, Piotr? You have water on your face, Miss Winsong. Can kids still cry after they grow up?
I should have known. The abnormal fluctuation of the ley energy and how much of an attraction it is to the critters. I should have noticed they were different from my theory.
Her words met are by murmurs, but a familiar hand grabs...
At least this experience will be valuable for the study of ley lines, won't it? Take it in and make something of it. I am sure it will be of more help in the future. You're not only doing this for yourself or for me, but for those who sacrificed for all of us.
We found it! This must be the new resource.
A stream of black rock rises from the pile, one by one. In a short time, they are picked up and passed through countless hands. The air is thick with black dust that covers coats, gloves, boots, and faces.
Coal!
Oh, they found coal. Nice.
It is coal! We
Not
did
to keep
it!
warm.
This is our coal! Comrades, we will use it to cook our meal tonight.
And it will be the best meal I've ever had!
Is that so, Comrade Nikita? You got a problem with my food, huh?
I made a rough estimate. The resource here should last hundreds of years.
Well, but what else have they cooked? They've been having potatoes, and different types of potatoes.
For the first time in history, the theory of ley lines has been verified.
There is no doubt your work deserves a fair assessment now.
Thank you for your help, Miss Vila.
We achieved this together.
Oh, thanks for the
didn't
hydrate.
we?
Of course.
They echo against the cliffs.
The glory goes to every one of us.
The joy reaches back to the town, carried in by victorious comrades in arms. Unfortunately, the now unwelcome guest seems unable to share its enthusiasm. It's the Xeno people! What's the Xeno people gonna do?
I'm very glad to see you again, Miss Vincent.
Are you? You don't look glad at all.
I admit, I underestimated the people here. Especially you, Miss Vinsong. The great heroine who found coal deep beneath the town, huh?
So, did I manage to ruin Zeno's little plans?
Her sharp tongue breaks the cool of the no longer smiling crocodile.
We have nothing left to do here. Zeno will leave soon. I know we disagree on many things, our future included. Still, Zeno looks forward to working with you again. Hopefully in a more friendly way.
Alright, take care, Ruka. Have a good rest. He extends his hand on his own initiative.
I hope so too. You don't want to be embarrassed by another lowly researcher again, do you?
Bertolt's hands awkwardly hangs in the air, unanswered.
Goodbye, Miss Vinsong.
Wait! I have one last question.
Please, I'm at your service.
Zeno confirmed the existence of Hoytuks in Ravashki months ago, but you just took care of them without letting anyone know. You already knew there would be a large reserve of coal here, didn't you?
He shrugs and leaves without another word. I always believed it. We can dig through the frozen layers and find a way to survive here. Even when the harsh northern winds galls their teeth, we can overcome any challenges. Zeno will have its own specific guidelines that I doubt I'll be able to adapt to. But just like this particular component, we are already refined and capable enough. Yes, we can live on our own without relying on other leaders. Let me be honest, I am not much of a fighter. The only tools I know how to use are a wrench and pliers, but when push comes to shove, I will make do with whatever I can get my hands on. We need weapons to defend ourselves, and we are not afraid to use them. It is crucial for children to explore the world. I came here at a young age, on a whim of a friend. We had no experience in shaping work pieces or handling raw materials. Now, my skills are highly valued in this community. We did not come to Ravashki to have fun. They got it all wrong. After people leave, new inhabitants arise. However, they don't seem to be very interested in socializing. Exclamation Polka Star to start your adventure.
I can't wait anymore! Let the show begin. Start me up! Foolish! Ye provoked me! Rock, rock, rock! Change the world! Let the show begin. They're just little games. Foolish! Nice!
Sometimes physical actions is more practical than verbal communications. So I'm just wondering, is it 19 parts to this main event? Oh, also, did you roll for any of the banners, or are you saving for the next banner? I'm not sure if Windsong's the next banner. Hello, Ravashki. Everything is changing. The people gathered again. This time, though, there are no more disputes, no resentment. This is a gathering of joy.
After thorough discussion, the people of Ravashki have made their final decision. I stand here to declare the future direction of Ravashki. As of today, Ravashki will be no longer affiliated with any organizations, and all factories dedicated to processing of runium ore will be shut down.
What are we going to do for work, Sam?
I don't want to sit around at home living on benefits.
There will be many things to do, Comrade Valeria. As the elites above us struggle for power, we, ordinary people, suffer in darkness. But now, there will be a new source of power. One built to lift up the people, not to take from them. And it will run on Ravashki coal. We will start new factories in Ravashki and explore the possibilities of working with other coal producers nearby. We will mine with our own hands and feed ourselves.
Maybe we can even build a dock and sell our products far away.
The people chatted excitedly.
We will raise a new banner above Ravashki, one welcoming all ordinary people to come to a livable place with abundant power and job opportunities for their future.
Arms and smiles intermingling and a waving rise of applause. The waves washes over everyone, including Windsong.
What about your plan, Comrade Windsong?
I think I'm going to stay for a while.
You need to know that for now, we must tighten our belts. Everyone's rations must be cut for some time until Ravashki gets back on its feet.
The researcher does not waver, not in the slightest.
At least for now, the study of ley lines belongs here, not in the fancy halls and symposiums of human academia. This place still holds many possible research avenues, monitoring the changes in the environment, further detailing the local ley energy map, maybe even studying the mutation of the Kikituks. I must finish them to further develop the study before it is ready for academia again.
Then it sounds like you may be with us for a long time yet. Good.
They exchange smiles.
And don't forget, you're expected to cut the ribbon at the ceremony.
The enthusiasm hand reaches out to Winsong once again. Now, the little Arctic town is covered in a strange mix of black coal soot and bright yellow flowers, a warm wind blowing over every inch of soil, and each wall's old and new. It flows like blood through snow-white skin and fluffy pores, a scene like a hand-drawn picture. The sunflowers! Winsong walks along through the town, feeling the energy of the earth beneath her. Townsfolk passes her. They nod and greet her with hopeful smiles.
Miss Winsong, I want to apologize for being rude to you during class. I'll bring you some friendship cheese next time. To apologize, I promise.
You will always be our comrade. Hats off to you.
In the distance, children clustered around a vibrant field of sunflowers.
Miss Winsong, I think we performed very well at the ceremony.
The boy, bright as any other sunflowers, waved at her as he hopped joyfully in the snow.
Will you come teach us again? We want to learn more too.
Same here.
Miss Winsong, the sunflowers we planted are blooming. We protected the town.
Winsong wants to say something, but a sudden creaking draws up her attention. She looks up to see a construction crane looming over the town. The new cool finery, a school, a hockey field, the dormitories. In the boundless future ahead of Ravashki, these buildings will be like speckled grains of sand over the future.
We begin the next chapter of Ravashki today. I'm so glad we will build it together. Привет, Ravashki.
I stumbled across some components. Lately it seems like everyone is looking for them in their spare times. These little things can definitely come in handy. The little thing was hidden just beneath the base of the statue. It seems that our resident bears have found a new home here. The old statue has been moved to make way for it, but its base remained. I suspect it to have left some of the components. Comrade Agenti, he did not notice the change in Ravashki, but change is inevitable and ongoing. He was still holding on to memories of when things were rough and tough and rough. In those days, the square didn't even exist. We patiently dug it out with shovels and carried each stone ourselves. No one expected Ravashki to end up so beautiful. We were never one for making plans or dreaming big. We simply rolled up our sleeves and got to work. Now, Ravashki might change once more. What will it become? Everything is changing so fast. We built a pool and a school. It all seems to have been built in a blink of an eye. As soon as the project is completed, the difficulties and sacrifice made along the way are quickly forgotten. The immersed sense of accomplishments makes us believe that all the hard work was well worth it. I don't want to leave. I'm afraid I'll change faster than this town did. Those who come back later feels like strangers themselves. It's incredible, isn't it? How things can change in what feels like an instant. The factory is divided into 4 areas, with the workshop being the starting point for all production processes. Due to neglect, the workshop is currently in a state of disarray. To begin repairing the old machine, try connecting node number 1. So this was like an old mini puzzle thing that you had before. To make the old factory equipment work, you need to reconnect the important nodes to create direct paths to the right outlet. Tap here to rotate and clear a path to the next node. Tap here. We completed it. The workshop is now... Alright, take care, Pistol. Bismo. Thanks for the follow again. Have a good rest. The workshop is now up and running. The black diamond dug up by the townspeople were brought here every day for processing. The capacity of the black diamond workshop is limited. Please collect them promptly. Black diamond can be used for the production of rare components. Okay. We need more rare components to reconstruct the factory. Go explore the city, solve problems, and collect the necessary materials. Factories, ores, and Ravashki. To me, Ravashki seems almost like another name for Runyan. Perhaps it is because I am the one responsible for shifting the ore. While most people came here with grand ideas, I simply started my name on the list without much thought. It wasn't long before I found myself stepping off the train and into an unfamiliar land. Fortunately, aside from the wild critters roaming about in the stubble terrain, life here has been relatively simple. Regardless, it's all laboratory work, and I can understand that even critters have to eat and survive. I forgive them. But back to the here and now. The factory is finally complete. We had to suppress our wildest expectations. These accomplishments are not gifts from some higher power, but are from our own making. These are true miracles, not bestowed by any divine entity, but created by our own hard work and determinations. Just take a look around. There was a time when I felt nothing, just going through the motions of everyday life. But now, I finally feel I've been making a difference. It may not be extraordinary, but it's more than most people achieve in their lives. Yes, I couldn't have done this alone. It's a rare opportunity to find others willing to work alongside you, swinging hammers and building something meaningful together. I hope to turn some experience here into a legend, like the stories of Comrade Agenzi, with a little exaggeration, of course. Young people need these legends to inspire them. So let's raise a glass to the new factory and all we have accomplished here today. I believe we are resilient and strong, and I have no doubt that you are too. Favorite snowy square. Take another good look at the square. It hasn't changed much. A polar bear stands in the center, outlined by a faint light, while children eagerly reach out to touch its paws. The snow dusts the bear's head, giving a sincere quality that contrasts with the living settings. Flowers bloom amidst the white snow, covering most of the stone on the ground. The bear appears to be at peace against the mustard yellow background. This is an important place for Ravashki, as the town's kitchen cannot accommodate such a large number of people. It is often used for public discussions, and will continue to serve at that purpose. Recently, it was decided to allow children to venture outside and explore the world beyond. The road leading there is bathed in sunlight, decorated with red ribbons that sway in the gentle breeze from the trees. People find familiar images here that invokes nostalgia and memories of past lives, yet those who come here rarely speak of their homeland. This is the true essence of Ravashki, everything they hope to see in their homeland, but never did. It's like the distant horizon that Rusalka dreamed as she braves the icy waters, and the intriguing illustration created by traveling land hunters, and even the homes of Foundation visitors who have long since disappeared. It's what previous generation promised the next, a glimpse of the idealist homeland. The more impossible ideal seems, the stronger it becomes, unbreakable in its perceived perfection. Despite this, there's still so much to strive for and achieve in life. To descendants, what we leave behind and what you will remember. The rivers of time have moved swiftly in the passing months. Ravashki is bustling with the sound of busy and hopeful community. Crowds of people, lively and spirited, weave to and fro. A dish-leveled figure hurries into the scene.
Oh, thank goodness. I was hoping you'd be here.
Is it Vila?
Is this a bad time?
That's a mermaid!
No, it's all right. Have a seat. I'm not a pure Rusalka. As you can see, I must get in touch with water every once in a while to replenish my power from the ocean.
Hello, Comrade Vila.
It's been a while, Comrade Winsong. They say you're working hard in the mine, and the Stadio ley lines is getting popular among the workers.
They have helped a lot. My research on the environment wouldn't have gone nearly so smoothly without them. It's given a second life to my studies, and it is growing so well. It has even gained some recognition beyond Ravashki. I'm truly happy that I came here.
I never thought the Comrade Winsong would be so bashful over her accomplishments. I thought you were more stubborn and confident than that. I'm only teasing, Comrade. It's a matter of fact that you're not as fearless as you pretend to be, isn't it? That's why we must all stick together to make up for each other's weaknesses and make Ravashki proud. Sorry, speeches have become an occupational habit.
Fine, you got me. but it's not a big deal. Just as you are not quite the gentle and demure school teacher that you appear to be.
Demure.
Are you, comrade? We're even.
Winsong clears her throat and hands the letter to Vila.
Actually, I've come to say goodbye. Laplace has invited me to give a lecture for their European branch. They want me to give a lecture on how I combined environmental analysis with the Arcanum based on what we've done here in Ravashki.
Sounds like a very promising new beginning for your studies.
How are things going in the town?
We are getting more visitors now. It seems people are eager to see something different.
I'm sure they will.
We've also begun cooperating with many governments and agencies near us, including the Foundation. They hope to carry out some short-term training on the Arcanum for the children.
And then the letter is passed on.
What's this?
Open it. It's from the Foundation.
Oh wait, the kids are...
Mr. Name Day invites me to visit the Foundation and discuss further cooperation. The children are also waiting for me there. It seems they mentioned you all the time during their training. Did we miss the ley line exam? The Foundation has all sorts of incredible things.
Like biting coins, noisy coal balls, a glass pen with rainbows inside. So much fun!
I've mastered a lot of incantations.
They missed the town and everyone. Yeah, we miss Comrade Alyonka, Comrade Blinchik, and Comrade Piroshki.
They say we will be able to go home in a few months. I must master the most powerful arcane skills by then, so I can use them to protect the town.
We'll transform into sea swallows. Then we'll be able to fly and fly to far, far away.
Because Linska University Hospital received a rare case today. The patient's veins irreversibly transformed into electric wires. As of 1800, all arterial, venous, and capillary tissues throughout the patient's body have undergone necrosis. The directors said they would invite more professionals to the consultation to decide on further research direction. Global Variety News has claimed the case may become one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of the era. They started a new column to analyze possible compatibilities between the patient's new wired veins and different appliances. Please stay tuned for more details.
What kind of radio broadcast is that?
The Flying Carpet Travel Agency is starting a tour around Northern Europe, where you will be able to see the breathtaking Aurora Borealis, pet fluffy keycairns, and even enjoy a flying carpet race. The destination of our tour is Ravashki, a mysterious town, the warmest place in the Arctic Circle, sitting atop many rich veins of coal. When you get there, we suggest that you abide by the town's wishes and work to earn what you need instead of buying it, though this is not an obligation, of course. But why not have a try when you're given the opportunity to experience a new and better lifestyle? Trust me, you won't be disappointed.
Where should I start, dear readers? Ravashki is like a sparkling gem embedded into the permafrost, and above lies an eye-catching banner. Perhaps it will draw even more attention in the future. Through the past decades, the citizens there have been trying to achieve something different for themselves. A great cause, which may take the work of generations to achieve. But now, they are no longer a nameless town in the far north, nor is their dream a passing fad bound to be forgotten. I sincerely hope all of us will be able to witness its history and its future. That's why I knew I must write down this story, in the hopes that their dream will remain in your heart forever.
The end of the event, or end of the main mission.